Welcome, everybody, to this week's Advisor Team Weekly webinar. We hold these webinars every Thursday at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. It's a chance for you to hear our frequently asked question topics as we review details about the business credit building system and the process to get financing for your business. We give you insight and tips to help you through this process more effectively and efficiently. As you know, the advisor team is always here to help. We're just a phone call or an email away. You can reach us toll free at 800-497-0499. All right, let's dive into our topic today, which is our finance blueprint. We're excited about this. We record our weekly webinars. As we complete the webinar, I will review any questions that you submit. And this recording is emailed out after the webinar. You can also find it on our YouTube channel, and make sure you're following us so you get an email update every time a video is added. All right, so we're going to start talking about our financing blueprint. This is something that we have added to our program recently, and we're excited about it. What it is basically a map that helps your business understand what options it has right now for financing in the market. And that's what we're doing here, is helping you see what kind of lending you qualify for, so to help you make those decisions on how to expand and grow and so forth. So that is the purpose of the finance blueprint, is to let you know what you qualify for right now in the market and what can be done to help you qualify for more in the future. So let's dive into this. Why do you need a finance blueprint? Your business needs to know what financing is available now to help you make effective decisions and planning. As I work with a lot of my business owners each day, this is an important element to running a business. There are times where you need financing or working capital to grow, or to float big expenditures, or to just to run day-to-day business and so forth. So as a business owner, you need to know what financing options are out there, what the price is of those financing options, and so forth, so you can plan. And you want to be careful that you really realistically know what your options are, because if you feel like you can go out and get $50,000 at 2%, and the reality is you can probably only get $10,000 at 15%, well, that's something you need to understand as you're making plans. And that's why we are here, is to help you understand exactly what financing is available to the business so you can grow appropriately and plan appropriately. We also want to help you plan for the future. So a lot of my business owners will put this finance blueprint together and help them see what they can qualify for, and maybe even bring up financing they didn't know was out there. Well, this is going to help you plan for the future. Maybe I can buy that additional location because I know that I can get this type of financing, and so forth. So it's going to help you make plans so that you can either grow or develop more products. Whatever you do, it can help you as you prepare for your future. The finance blueprint is going to allow you to increase your fundability. What I mean by that is, by understanding what lenders like to see to feel comfortable enough to lend, you can increase your fundability by meeting those standards. So if we know that they like to see a business location and you just can't do it right now, well, at least we know that requirement of that lender that you're interested in, so you can work towards that goal. Or let's say you may not have wonderful personal credit, but if you build your business credit a little bit, this lender will likely approve, so you can work towards that goal and establish the business credit. Or if you want revenue financing that's based on the amount of money that's flowing through your business checking account or merchant account, that lender likes to see 6 months bank statements for your business. Maybe you switched banks, so you only have 3 or 4 months. Well, you know that in a couple months, you'll have those 6-month bank statements, and we can go visit that business revenue lender. These are great ways for you to plan for the future and increase your fundability to position your business for more financing. You need this blueprint to help you see what that full financing picture is for your business. So how do you get your finance blueprint? Well, first off, you always want to go through step one, because step one is building that strong foundation that lenders like to see in order to feel comfortable and verify the business. Then you go through step two, where you're answering some basic questions about you and the business that give us the fundability elements or the information we need to build your blueprint. Let me show you what I mean. Let's go to step number one. So you'll come in here and you'll go through this list of items that we've created. These are items that lenders want to see to feel comfortable. You need a business entity. You also, we recommend having a business address if at all possible. And you'll enter that information in here. Then you'll go and you'll put in your business phone number and click yes to have it listed under 411. Keep in mind, lenders can tell if it's a cell phone or a home phone. We recommend having a business phone number. If you don't have the ability to pull in a landline, I love RingCentral because they do a virtual business phone number that we can submit under 411. Do you have a website or a business email? And a website is not mandatory to move through step one, but think about how a website could expand your business and help you generate more clients or sell more product. And that's our focus, is always to help your business grow. In this section, you're verifying that you set up your EIN number and got any licenses that are required to operate your type of business. And then in this section, it's talking about the business bank account. It's important that it's set up correctly, especially if we're going to, at some point, visit a business revenue lender. That account needs to be under the business name with the correct business address, with at least 6 months bank statements. And you want to stay away from non-sufficient funds and so forth so that you have a good track record. You can also accept credit cards or debit cards. Clients are typically more willing to spend more when they can pay with a credit card or debit card. And then on the last page of step one is verifying that all your business records are in line. This is one of the most important factors that that lenders look at when they're reviewing your business. They want to make sure the business is real before they lend money. Okay, so now we go to step two. That was a general overview of step number one. And in this section, we're talking about the character, capacity, collateral, and capital. These are the general descriptions of the fields where lenders are looking to feel comfortable to lend. So you'll answer some basic questions here. Do you have a bank account under the business name? Is it a home-based business? I get a lot of questions on that question. If the address listed with the Secretary of State and on all of your other business records is a home address, then you are a home-based business, and you'll answer that question as yes. You'll enter the month and year your business was started. That could be the date your bank account was open or the day that you incorporated. Choose an industry focus that generally describes your business. We'll talk to you about that more, but just a good idea and starting point. You'll enter the description that closely fits your business. And then you'll enter your gross monthly sales, your monthly credit card sales. We know it's hard sometimes to come up with exact numbers, but give us some details that are as close to the actual numbers as possible. You'll answer questions about your personal assets and the business assets. And then, of course, pull your personal credit reports. Now, some business owners will ask me, why do you need my business credit? My personal credit. I am here to build my business credit. And that's fantastic. We can help them build their business credit so that they can get some business credit cards without a personal guarantee. But some lenders will always ask for a personal guarantee. And if we want to visit those type of lenders for that specific lending product, then we do need to know what the personal credit scores are. In general, it's important that we do this correctly. We don't want to have any business debt reporting on the personal credit report because it hurts your debt to income ratios. So we're careful in selecting lenders that typically do not report the business credit on the personal credit report. And again, I'm going to state that again. We want to make sure we apply with lenders that do not report the business debt on the personal credit report. Some lenders do and some don't. Even common business credit card companies may report your balances on your personal credit report, and it hurts your ability to get financing personally and to get financing for your business in the long run. So we'll coach you through this process and get a good idea of what your personal credit scores are. Your personal credit does not have to be perfect. There are plenty of lenders out there that don't require perfect personal credit, but what they want to see is if there's any major negative items and or just verify that you are who you say you are. So let's go. That completes all of step number 2. So from there, we complete your finance blueprint. And an important part of that is step 1, and that's why we reviewed it today. It's important that you're prepared for financing. It improves your credibility and decreases potential for declines. I've said this before. As I was a lender, this is one of the most common reasons that I actually had to decline a client is I could not verify to a point where I felt comfortable the business or the individual, meaning the Secretary of State had a different address than the business license and the EIN filing, or the individual, their records varied. And so that is one of the initial hurdles that you'll have to go through as you're applying for financing. Even sometimes an application will automatically be approved through an automated process, but as they go through manual review months later, they could still shut down the credit that they gave you if these foundation items are not in place. So we're always trying to prevent any errors, anything that could decrease your fundability, and that's why step 1 is important. Okay, so we went over step 1, and we'll give you a big green check mark if that step is completed. The next portion is we're talking about those elements of fundability. These are the factors that make you fundable to a lender, that give them that comfort level. This is an overview of many items and a combined total of other questions. And so this is a glimpse of your fundability where we are putting numbers in and calculating numbers that you filled in step number 2. Okay, so once we have those factors, we can look at the entire financing market and identify what lenders are going to be the best fit for you. And we will talk to you directly about the cost of that type of financing, what they're looking for in order to approve, and so forth. So here are some of the finance solutions that this individual may qualify for. So therefore, we have an action plan. And in order to, for instance, pursue revenue lending, I need to see 6 months bank statements and a copy of the personal credit report along with the signed application so that I can talk with the lender and get a good idea of what the rates, terms, amounts, and so forth would be so that you can make that choice on whether you would like to pursue that financing or not. Of course, if we have no other factors that make a business fundable. For instance, it's a startup and there's no revenue, there's no invoices, no equipment, there's no investments, there's no personal credit scores that can be used as a guarantee. What we want to do is work on building the business credit so that you can get these business credit cards with no personal guarantee. And we'll walk you through that process. Part of your action plan will always be to establish your business credit reports, start building business credit, and we're going to get 5 payment experiences reporting in step 4. We want to develop that business credit further once we've gone through that initial round of applying to 10 payment experiences reporting, and we're going to advise you to apply for credit increases on credit that you received in your first round in step number 5, and then we'll apply for the no personal guarantee business credit cards at the end of step 5. So you can see that there is a lot that goes into your financing blueprint. We are looking at all of your finance options, not you are never limited by the program. Your business would simply be limited by the market and what financing is out there and what you can offer those lenders to feel comfortable. I hope this overview has been helpful. Let's continue forward. So how do you use your blueprint? Use it as a guide and keep it handy. It's a checklist of information needed to qualify for financing. So whether you qualify for these items right away or you will in the future, keep it handy so you have that checklist and you know what your goals are. Remember, unless you have goals, it's hard to get to where you want to be. So you want to form small goals to reach those big goals. And your finance blueprint provides you a way, a checklist or a map to help you reach those small milestones to lead to your big goal. Your blueprint is always changing. This is something that I stress quite a bit, is that your business is always changing. Therefore, your blueprint is always changing. Your revenue may increase. Your personal credit may improve. Your business may grow, or your business may get smaller. You may have higher invoices, or you may get a big purchase order. These are elements of fundability that we take into account when we create your finance blueprint. So it's important that you're in close contact with the business advisor team so that we can modify that blueprint as your business changes. You will also, when you go to step 2, you complete those fundability questions. We also go over them again in step 6, and that's a good time to redo that blueprint and make sure everything is still in line. Let's review questions and see if any have come in. It looks like we don't have any questions today. I like to keep these short so that you can continue to run that business. I know that running a business takes a lot of time, but I am thankful that you took time out of your day to join us for this weekly webinar. I hope it helped you see why a finance blueprint is important, why it's important to have a map, to understand what financing is available to your business so that you can make decisions that help your business grow. As you know, the business advisor team is always here to help. We can help with your finance questions and so forth. So give us a call. Our phone number is 800-497-0499. You can also email us at advisor@businessfinancesuite.com. Thank you again for the opportunity to work with you, and I look forward to speaking with you next week. Have a wonderful day.